Good morning, good evening, good night, wherever you're listening, whenever you're listening. Welcome back to the pod. If you didn't get that first part, that's from the
Oh,
Truman Show.
I love the Truman Show. That's such a
Goated
good
movie. I watched
Jim
that
Carrey.
for the first time this summer, actually.
Really?
Yeah, it was really
I haven't
good.
seen that in so long.
Yeah, it was on like Netflix or something. I don't know if it's still, probably not. Netflix
Hmm.
rotates through movies so fast.
Dude, that is
Insane.
a
Um,
diabolical twist.
I finally changed my clothes. I have a different crew neck on this week. We switched beer companies from Modelo to Miller Lite. We went a little bit more patriotic. It's
He also
definitely.
actually washed his clothes.
Yeah, it's been a few months. Um,
It's been a while, a few years.
yeah.
Uh,
Also, I wanted to push a few things here. We are active on our socials again. Follow us at Fellowship of the Cross Pod. We are on TikTok, obviously YouTube Shorts. We are on Instagram. We're also on Spotify. On YouTube and Spotify, they're all separate words. On Instagram and TikTok, they're all one word. Fellowship of the Cross Pod. Uh, I think YouTube is just Fellowship of the Cross.
yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Go give us a follow. Go look at some of the videos. We are doing skits, and they're quite hilarious. Tom
They
gets a
are
good laugh.
hilarious. Yes, I love them.
Yeah, let's do a little Lenten check-in. You know, we're halfway through. Let's do a check-in on how your Lenten goals are going.
Mm-hmm. Well, I can
You want
start us
to?
off here.
Yes.
Um, well, my Lenten goals are going pretty well. Pretty well. Um, yeah. I just feel like it's been pretty fruitful. I think last week, towards the end of the week, I kind of hit a wall. Like, um, since doing Exodus 90, I feel like on Friday last week, I was just like, I don't want to do this anymore, and I just kind of hit a wall then.
It's Satan.
Yeah, no kidding, no kidding. And then Saturday kind of bounced back from that and
Oh.
been doing a lot better since then. Only up. Gotta gotta keep going. So doing great. We're doing great.
In the wise words of the poetic genius himself, Big Sean, last night took an L. Tonight I bounced back. That's Tom's weekend last weekend.
Yes. Yes.
That was a really bad joke. All right.
That was
Bad start. I could have executed that way better. Anyways, my Lenten goal is to not say stupid joke. No. My Lenten goal,
failed.
obviously Tom's doing Exodus 90. He's not allowed to talk about it. It's like Fight Club. Um,
Secret.
Mine is 2+ hours a day of productivity, and it's been pretty good. I wake up every morning at 5:15 um a.m., not p.m. Uh wake up at 5:15. I get 15 minutes prayer in, and then I get ready for the gym, and then we go to the gym, or I go to the gym with my roommate. So the prayer in the morning, that 15 minutes to start
Mm-hmm.
off my day, helps me so much because I pray for a steady and focused mind.
Oh yeah.
And I also go through I talk to God about what I'm doing today. I'd be like, well, I've got class at 9:30 today, and then I've got a little break. So I'm coming home, eating lunch. Maybe I'll be a little productive. And then I'm going back to class, and then I'm coming home and doing homework. I think laying out your day in front of God is great. I mean, any time you're with God is great, obviously.
Mm-hmm.
But I think laying out your day ahead of time is amazing. And then you hit a little St. Michael prayer. Wow. And then you hit a little St. Michael prayer to protect you
Wow,
throughout
your
the
voice
day.
changed.
Oh, that's right. When I read this week, I'm going to change my voice again.
Oh gosh.
But yeah, let us know how your guys' Lenten goal is going. And if you don't have one, guess what? We're halfway through. You could start it. You know,
Mm-hmm.
you still have 20 days left.
Yeah.
20, 21? 21. Can
Can
you
you do
do something
something
for
for
me?
me?
Anyways, sorry, distractions. ADHD is kicking
ADHD.
in.
I was just
Caffeine,
about to say that.
dyslexia, everything's just roaming around in my head. There's nothing up here, man. It's like you see the movie Outside Inside Out?
Yeah.
Outside
Outside in.
Outside in.
Yeah.
My little characters are bouncing off the wall. It's a trampoline park in there. It's like Sky Zone, but the trampolines are just everywhere. And there's zero gravity, so you're constantly going up and down. It's a lovely time in my
You got a
brain.
rocket ship going on in there.
Yes. Let's get started with the readings. Tom's gonna read the lengthy gospel for us
Yes.
last because he's a G and very merciful for me. I'm gonna read reading 1 and 2. Here's reading 1. We're gonna go to Exodus.
That was an amazing sound.
That was my chair. I chose the broken chair to sit in, I guess. Exodus.
So don't move.
Either that or there's a demon. That's gonna be really hard. Not moving is not in my vocabulary. Have you met my dad? My dad does not stop moving. He hates fishing and hunting because he goes, "Why would I sit down for several hours at a time?"
That's like the complete opposite of my dad. That's so funny.
Oh, you want to switch dads for a day?
I think God put
We
us
could
with our
both-
dads for a reason.
We
so
could
that we're
both learn a
compatible.
thing or two.
We learned a thing or two. We've seen a thing or two.
It's
We
Geico,
know a
right?
thi- No, that's we are.
We
We're
are
farmers.
farmers.
Bum,
Bum
bum,
bum
bum,
bum. J.K. Simmons.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's right.
Anyways, Exodus 17.
Yes.
3-7. In those days, in their thirst for water, the people grumbled against Moses, saying, "Why did you ever make us leave Egypt? Was it just to have..." I thought I was done speaking this way. Okay. Was it just to have us die out here of thirst with our children and our livestock? So Moses cried out, "What shall I do with these people?" Wow, that sounded like Jamaican. We're gonna run with it. "A little more, and they will stone me." The Lord answered Moses, "Go over there in front of the people, along with some of the elders of Israel, holding in your hands, as you go, the staff," big staff energy, "with which you struck the river. I will be standing there, in front of you, on the rock, in Horeb. Strike the rock." Oh, I love this path. I know this path. Okay, I got it. I got to lock in here. "And the water will flow from it for the people to drink." This Moses did in the presence of the elders of Israel. The place was called Massah and Meribah because the Israelites quarreled there and tested the Lord, saying, "Is the Lord in our midst or not?" Yeah, that's in the passage. Yeah, I don't know how I feel about those voices.
That
felt
was a
very-
little rough today.
That was very rough. I'm running on like 5 hours of sleep,
Wait,
man.
are you the type of person who talks during movies?
No, I hate those people. You know who does? My mom. I love my mom, but she will come in halfway through a movie and go, "Oh, who's this character? Oh, this character's new. Oh, what's going on?" She always asks me what's going on. I'm like, "Mom, watch. It'll explain in 2 minutes." Especially, it makes me so mad when it's a movie I've already seen.
Yeah.
And she asks a question that gets explained 2 minutes later. I'm very passionate. I'm very passionate about this topic. It makes me so. I love my mom to death. I love her to death. But she talks during movies so much. I can't. This is gonna be a really loud episode, by the way.
Yeah, sorry
I
for everyone's
drank
ears.
So much caffeine today. I am so low on sleep. My brain is kicking in at about 20 frames per second. This is not good. No, it makes me so mad when people talk during movies. Oh my gosh. Especially movie theaters. You're in a movie
Oh
theater.
yeah.
There are
Especially when they're
other
right
people
behind you.
around. I'll make like funny comments every now and then, like, "She should have stopped talking," or something like that. Like something funny, but like I'm not gonna be like, "So what's his name again? What is the purpose of this character?
I'm complete silence during movies. I gotta be locked in.
Yeah, I'm like digesting and like taking it all in. I'm like analyzing. That's the word I'm
Mm.
looking for.
If I talk during a movie, it probably means I don't like the movie.
That's fair. Yeah.
That's usually how it goes.
Or if it's a movie I've already seen and I already know I don't like it.
Yeah.
That's like the movie Whiplash. Ever see that movie?
Yeah.
I think it's overrated.
Really?
I think it's a good movie. I think it's a 3.5 out of 5. Out of 5. 7 out of 10 for the conversion people that can't do math. I think it is above average. Don't get me wrong. It's a good movie.
This is a good movie.
It is not great. It is
That's fair.
not
That's fair.
great.
I wouldn't give it a full 5 out of 5 either.
Cinematically, it's good. I just think the whole point of the movie, and Teresa's boyfriend, my sister, one of my sisters, loves the movie. And I'm just like, I don't understand. I get it. He tries to prove himself to the guy in like all these ways and he's mentally distorted, but
Yeah.
I don't get it.
No, I can see it. I can see that.
Wow, we've gone 10 minutes without even talking a single thing about the Bible. Also, while we're off topic, last thing, do you guys like the new camera angle? I honestly,
It's
I like it a lot
really
better.
nice.
I think it's a
Actually.
lot easier to go from here to here
Yeah.
instead of like turning my neck all the way. I like it a lot.
Yeah. I think it turned on its own this way though, for some reason. I couldn't get it
It's
to
probably
stay.
because I was hitting the table.
That could be just that could be the reason.
Anyways,
We should probably like talk about the readings.
yeah, this is like low key. When we
The
read
point of the
this
podcast here.
with Andy last year when we were going through Exodus, this is one of my favorite passages from Exodus. I think it's hilarious that people complain to God like this. I mean, we complain to God, but it's so funny that God saved them from persecution and all this other stuff, and then they just don't trust the process. I mean, how many
Mm.
times do we do that? It's
Oh,
hysterical
all the
because
time.
you can relate to this passage so much, and we just need a Moses in our life to just make us shut up.
Yeah. We need a Moses to strike a rock.
Yes. Strike a chord.
Who's the person in your life that strikes a rock?
Ooh, that's a good question. That's
We'll
really
think about that. We'll think about that after. But
What was
after the reading.
I forgot our question of the week. Oh no, no.
Yeah.
Anyways.
We're good. We'll save
Uh,
it for next week or something. I don't know.
yeah, that's a really good question.
Um, yeah, I think very relatable. Because I mean, in this case, like, obviously, reading Exodus, you would say like, why would they want to go back to this place of suffering and stuff?
Mhm.
But I mean, in Exodus, the slavery under Egypt is supposed to represent sin, and God making us free from sin. How many times does God free us from sin and then we want to like turn back when something gets hard, you know?
Yeah.
That happens all the time.
Yeah, I love it. The end of this. Is the Lord in our midst or not? You'd think the people would be saying that. You would think because they are.
Yeah.
I read I oh, shoot, I thought the Lord said that. I thought it was a rhetorical
Oh,
question from
I
God.
thought you were talking about the
Nope.
people. Okay.
I thought it was a rhetorical question from God, and then I read more and it said, and tested the Lord, saying, I thought I just saw Lord saying, and then the last part. This is why you read into stuff more. Don't
That's
trust
funny because
everything you
I
see on
thought
the
you were
internet.
I thought you were saying the right thing.
I should have just went along with it. I didn't know what else to say, so I had to say that I was wrong because what I was about to say was completely bonkers.
I think you're onto something there.
I am
That-
onto something, and I'm currently calculating that something into is the Lord in our midst or not? I actually love that quote that they're saying it because I say that all the time.
Oh yeah.
Is the Lord here or not? I think that happens a lot too when someone experiences a great tragedy. um, like a natural disaster or someone in your life dies, especially when it's unexpected,
Mm.
like a car crash, or they die of something crazy disease young, or you get diagnosed with something young, like MS or uh, cancer. Yeah, cancer is a good one. Not a good disease, but good example.
Yeah.
People question a lot. Have you ever seen the movie God's Not Dead?
Yeah.
When the reporter lady gets cancer, and then she's like, "If there's a God, why would he do this to me?"
Yeah.
And then the Duck Dynasty guy set her straight. I love.
I love
I
that guy.
I haven't seen Duck Dynasty very much,
Rest
but
in
from
peace.
what I've
Rest in peace.
seen, yeah, didn't the
Yeah,
dad die? Or
he
grandpa?
died. He
Yeah,
died recent. Like
yeah.
wasn't like last year or something.
All right, pizza, homie.
Yeah. He's great. He's
Um,
great.
but yeah, it's just hilarious that they're cameoed in that movie. It's so funny. But yeah, I mean, like, how many times? I mean, we can judge the Israelites as much as we want, but how much do we relate to them? A lot more than we would like.
Mhm.
I mean, even the saints. Many saints have been like, "Why me, Lord? Why would you do this to me?" And it's like, yeah, and now they're saints because they corrected it.
Yeah. Yeah. But that's I mean that's so relatable. Just trying to turn back to sin because it's easy because it's right there. You know, it's
Hmm.
tangible. You can feel it. Um, and God you can't see. Like,
No,
but you know he's present.
the only time you ever see him is when you get communion.
Yeah. Yep.
The
And
only
he's
time.
exposed in the Eucharist. Yeah.
Hmm.
So
If you want to see him for a whole hour, you go to adoration
for Thursday night,
Thursday night, every
5 to 6.
every day at 11.
Every day at 11, except for
Thursday,
Thursday, 5 to 6.
5 to 6. Do not show up at 11 o'clock. You will just end up talking to a bunch of weird people like us.
Yes.
Uh,
That's all I got for that one.
yeah,
Want to
I
move
think
on?
we low key hit that right on the nail,
Yeah,
right on the head.
we hit it right
Hit the
on the
nail on the
rock.
head. Ah, that's
Ah,
what you did. It's pretty good. Maybe the next one will.
it's
I lost my train of thought. All right. Moving on to our sponsor of the week. This is a short intermission. We did not talk about this at all. This is on the fly. Um, Sponsor of the week is. Oh, I was gonna do a legit company. Can't do that.
I can't do that. No,
Can't do that. We're gonna get sued.
not yet.
Not yet.
We're hoping someday.
Let us know. Anyone. Anyone at
Anyone who
all.
wants it.
Anyone who wants in, let us know. But the sponsor of the week is we're gonna hit an oldie but a goodie. Uh the Catholic Church.
That's a goodie.
The Catholic Church. The oldie and a goodie. It's been around for about 2,000 years. Um you can't beat it. You get Jesus once a
Sure.
week, guaranteed,
Mm-hmm.
free of charge. How
Yeah,
awesome is that?
and it was actually started by Jesus.
And,
That's a
yeah,
crazy
it's
thing.
a little subtle shot. Anyways, that ends that sponsorship. Uh Move on to reading number 2. We just got a bunch of
Mr.
subs.
Paul.
We're gonna lose all the subs. Uh,
I was just yeah. Never mind. I'm not gonna say anything.
yep. Wrong.
Wrong.
Next one, we're going to a letter from Paul Romans. I'm not doing a voice this time.
Probably a
5.
Good idea.
I am Paul. So, 5, 1 through 2, 5 through 8. Brothers and sisters, since we have been justified by faith, we have peace with God through our Lord Jesus Christ, through whom we have gained access by faith. To this grace, to this grace in which we stand, and we boast in hope of the glory of God. And hope does not disappoint, because the love of God has been poured out into our hearts through the Holy Spirit, not spirits, who has been given to us. For Christ, while we were still helpless, died at the appointed time for the ungodly indeed. only with difficulty does one die for a just person, though perhaps for a good person one might even find courage to die. But God proves his love for us. In what while we were sinners, Christ died for us. What a baller. One of the most famous lines in the Bible.
Yeah, this one was the one that was like first week of Bible study last semester.
Yep, that's where I recognize it from.
Yeah.
Um, every week we read this and I go to mass and I still think, this
Never heard that
passage
one.
sounds familiar. And then I'm like, duh, the podcast. Wow. Um, I thought the Israelites, this completely contrasts the first one. If the Israelites had Paul, they wouldn't have doubted.
Probably not true, but
But like, think about it. He just pointed out everything the Israelites were pissed about.
true,
Like,
true.
Paul's pretty goated like that.
But Paul is writing this to people
Yeah, who are like the Israelites.
who are straight away.
That's
so.
what I'm saying. If the Israelites would have got this letter
Oh, I get what you're
thousands
saying
of
now.
years earlier, they wouldn't have been as pissed. Mad. I don't know if that's a no-no word, but it was in my house growing up. Uh, I oh my gosh, hope does not disappoint. What a line! That is a tattoo, if I've ever seen one. Hope does not
Not disappoint.
disappoint.
That's
Think
good, man.
about that. Sometimes people are like, I don't want to get my hopes up. Well, maybe you should.
Yeah.
That's the whole thrill of the whole thing, is getting your hopes up. Having a little hope is what gets you excited.
Mm,
Like if I don't have any hope that I'm gonna make to heaven, I'm just gonna be like, oh, I might go there, I might not. I'm like, no, I
Yeah, then you're
hope
not.
I make it there. I don't have 100% faith in myself, but I have 100%. Wow, 100%. I'm having a stroke. 100% faith in God, which gives me hope.
Yeah. Mhm. Like most of the time when you're disappointed by hope, it's usually probably because you're putting it in the wrong thing, too.
Yes.
Anyway, because you're putting it in things that
Sin.
aren't God. Yeah, they're imperfect. You got to put it in something that is perfect.
That is a very good bar.
But yeah, I just love the whole ending part
So
where
good.
if you put it in, yeah, if you just kind of keep that in your mind that like he didn't come for the righteous. He didn't come to die for
Mm-hmm.
the people who were good. He wouldn't have had to die if that was the case. No, he came to die for the people who were the worst
Mm-hmm.
of the worst, us. You know, the people who rebelled against him. He, you know, he made this covenant with us so many years ago, and he basically said like, you know, it's okay if you mess up, I'll pay for your sins.
Mm-hmm.
Like who does that? Who does that? That's
Yeah,
so cool.
and on top of that, think of how sad God must have been for the past thousands of years. He made us perfect, and we ruined it
Yeah.
so fast. And it's like he was like, my people aren't perfect anymore. How are they supposed to join me in heaven if they can't make it to heaven?
Yeah.
Like he must have been so sad. And that's what makes this so genius. Like think of someone in your life that you're just like, you thought they were great, you thought you were the perfect person, and then they did something, you're like, oh, you're not who I thought you
Yeah.
were.
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't know if I can deal with you anymore. And it's like God felt that way for a little bit, and then he was like, but what if? What if I give him redemption?
Yeah.
If we give him another shot.
Yeah. And like he's the one who did all of the work.
Mm-hmm.
We didn't do any work for it.
Exactly.
We kept doing the opposite. We kept working against it. And
He was he was
He
betting on
just
a
kept
bad market.
yeah, he just kept going because he loves us so much. And I think that's so cool.
He was betting that we would kill the Son of God. He was like,
Oof.
"Give me the over on Kelshi."
Okay. Kelshi 2000 years ago.
Ooh, what would be a good name for that? Um, oh, we got this. Ooh,
I don't know.
Kelshi. What would be really good? Nah, I can't think of something. I don't know. I thought of
That's
something.
because we don't know like Latin or Hebrew or anything
It's very true.
that they would have used.
It's very true. Yeah, I don't know. I was trying to think like maybe Gladiator. Gladiator would be kind of cool. Kelshi 2000 years ago, Gladiator,
Gladiator
because you'd bet on the
on the
fights.
fights, yeah.
Yeah, I feel like it would have to be called Gladiator. That's not bad.
Invented by the Romans.
Do you have anything else on this one?
No, I think we hit it.
All right, so
Pretty
let's move
good.
on to good old gospel.
The
It's all you,
gospel.
man.
All right. John chapter 4, verses 5 through 42. Here we go. We got this. Jesus came to a town of Samaria called Sychar, near the plot of land that Jacob had given to his son Joseph. Jacob's well was there. Jesus, tired from his journey, sat down there at the well. It was about noon. A woman of Samaria came to draw water. Jesus said to her, "Give me a drink." His disciples had gone into the town to buy food. The Samaritan woman said to him, "How can you, a Jew, ask me, a Samaritan woman, for a drink?" For Jews use nothing in common with Samaritans. Jesus answered and said to her, "If you knew the gift of God, and who is saying to you, 'Give me a drink,' you would have asked him, and he would have given you living water." The woman said to him, "Sir, you do not even have a bucket, and the cistern is deep. Where can you get this living water? Are you greater than our father Jacob, who gave us the cistern and drank from it himself with his children and his flocks?" Jesus answered and said to her, "Everyone who drinks this water will be thirsty again. But whoever drinks the water I shall give will never thirst. The water I shall give will become in him a spring of water welling up to eternal life." The woman said to him, "Sir, give me this water so that I may not be thirsty or have to keep coming here to draw water." Jesus said to her, "Go, call your husband and come back." The woman answered and said to him, "I do not have a husband." Jesus answered her, "You are right in saying, 'I do not have a husband,' for you have had 5 husbands, and the one who you have now is not your husband. What you have said is true." The woman said to him, "Sir, I can see that you are a prophet. Our ancestors worshipped on this mountain, but you people say that the place to worship is in Jerusalem." Jesus said to her, "Believe me, woman, the hour is coming when you will worship the Father, neither on this mountain nor in Jerusalem. You people will worship what you do not understand. We worship what we understand, because salvation is from the Jews. But the hour is coming, and is now here, when true worshippers will worship the Father in spirit and truth. And indeed, the Father seeks such people to worship him. God is spirit, and those who worship him must worship in spirit and truth." The woman said to him, "I know that the Messiah is coming, the one called the Christ. When he comes, he will teach us everything." Jesus said to her, "I am he, the one speaking with you." At that moment his disciples returned, and were amazed that he was talking with a woman, but still no one said, "What are you looking for?" or why are you talking with her?" The woman left her water jar, and went into the town and said to the people, "Come, see a man who told me everything I have done. Could he possibly be the Christ?" They went out of the town and came to him. Meanwhile, the disciples urged him, "Rabbi, eat." But he said to them, "I have food to eat of which you do not know." So the disciples said to one another, "Could someone have brought him something to eat?" Jesus said to them, "My food is to do the will of the one who sent me, and to finish his work. Do you not say, 'In 4 months the harvest will be here'? I tell you, look up and see the fields ripe for the harvest. The reaper is already receiving payment and gathering crops for eternal life, so that the sower and reaper can rejoice together. For here the saying is verified, that one sows and another reaps. I sent you to reap what you have not worked for. Others have done the work, and you are sharing the fruits of their work. Many of the Samaritans of the town began to believe in him because of the word of the woman who testified, "He told me everything I have done." When the Samaritans came to him, they invited him to stay with them, and he stayed there 2 days. Many more began to believe in him because of his word. And they said to the woman, "We no longer believe because of your word, for we have heard for ourselves, and we know that this is truly the Savior of the world."
Woo! A round of
That's a big
applause.
one.
That was long. I really just have one thing I really want to say, and it's my favorite thing to say every time I read this passage, is people don't, when you listen to this, you should hear the tension. Like, you should be able to imagine how much tension, because the Samaritans and the Galileans,
Just the
Nazarenes,
Jews.
Jews, man,
Yeah.
Jews in general, hate each other so much. It's insane. You can hear her kind of snap at Jesus, and then Jesus kind of snap back with, "He's not your husband." Hilarious quote, by the way. Um, Baller snapback. Think of, I was trying to think of an analogy. Think of how much, if you watch the Olympics, the U.S. men's hockey team and the Canadian men's hockey team hate each other. If you watched the Four Nations tournament last year, there were 3 fights in the first period. Like, if you don't watch hockey, that's a lot. That's a lot to have in one period. They dropped their gloves before the puck even dropped. They, whereas, like, the puck dropped and they just went. There was a fight 1 second into the game. Think of that. They hate each other, and they hate each other. And if it wasn't the Olympics, there definitely would have been more fights, but you'd get ejected because the Olympics goes. That's a no-no. But think of that. Think of how much those two hate each other. Then think of that on like a murderous war scale. That's that. Like, they do not like them at all. Tom was really excited to read about this one, so I'll let him take
It's
it
a good
away.
one. It's a good one. Well, I think because have you watched The Chosen?
No, I need to.
Yeah, they do this so well
Okay.
at the end. It's so powerful because you know, she's coming up and she's coming up at like the hottest part of the day because she can't go with the rest of the women because they like make fun of her and humiliate her because she's had, 5 husbands. And so she can't go with the rest of them. So she goes at this time of the day, and then Jesus is there, and um, you know, that's the whole exchange, like you were saying, like, you know, Jews and Samaritans, they hate each other and stuff. Um, and then when when Jesus brings up like, "Hey, go bring your husband," he's like, I don't have a husband." He's like, "Yeah, you're right. You have to he's saying it not to like humiliate her, but he's saying it to like to bring her sin to light,
Mm-hmm.
because that's what we do in confession. That's this is like the first confession basically,
I didn't even think of
because
that.
she's saying like this is the most embarrassing part of her life,
Mm-hmm.
and bringing it to Jesus, and Jesus wants to bring it out and bring it to the light so that she can be rid of it, you
Mm-hmm.
know. And I think it's such a beautiful way of seeing confession. Um, it's not just like going into the confessional and you know just saying a bunch of stuff that you've done wrong. Like,
Mm-hmm.
no, it's bringing out the most the darkest and most embarrassing parts of your life, and offering it to God, and
So,
he's just taking it.
sometimes you change your voice too, so you hope the priest doesn't
Yeah,
recognize
yeah,
you.
I know, that's it.
If it's something
That's a big
really bad, you're
one.
like, I changed my voice quick. Or you just go to a random church.
Go with the super low voice. Go with the super high voice next time.
Hello, Father. Thank you for. I mean, it was. Uh, yeah, I really just want to say that one thing. I was really passionate about that one thing. That's about it. Uh, do you want to say anything else?
uh, no, I think we kind of
I think you hit that. You hit that real good,
hit that right there.
right on the head of the nail. Got the analogy this time.
Yeah, there we go.
That brings
Second time's a charm.
us to the best part of the pod. Question of the week.
Let's
All right,
go.
we should make a little fun little tune next time for it. This is the question of the week. Nah, this is pretty stupid. Anyways,
So
the
yeah, I like that idea actually.
whole every segment's just gonna be a little jingle. Time for the readings. um,
Oh god.
the question of the week is, what is your favorite vacation you have ever been on?
Oh yeah, that was the question. Yeah,
Yeah, I low-key forgot it for a minute.
I forgot it too.
I was really scared. I'm gonna start this off because I came up with the question, so I think it's only fair that I give Tom a little time. Mine is there's so many good ones. I was gonna go with one. Okay, I'm gonna go with two. One, I went to Florida with my homeboy Thomas. Not that Thomas. He also goes by Tom. Uh, and his dad, and we went charter fishing. It's my first time ever fishing. 3 miles off the coast of the Keys, the Florida Keys. First time ever fishing. It was awesome. Let me tell you, it was so cool. And we went to Keys. We went to Universal. We went to the theme park. Also, Universal just got a Fast and Furious ride. Looks sick. I want to go on it. And then we also went to the water park side. If you didn't know, I love Fast and Furious. Me and my sister Abigail used to watch it all the time. Um, Shout out to everybody I've mentioned so far. And then we went to Fort Myers, and then we went there to end the trip. It was just a super fun trip, and I got super tan, so it's pretty baller. My other favorite time was this summer. Our family friend lets us use their cabin, and I realized that I had no work that whole next week, and I go, you know what? I could just stay up here for a week. So I stayed up there in Watoma with my sister Abigail, and it was so fun. We would just go thrifting there for some reason. There's a lot of thrift stores in the middle of nowhere. There is.
Sounds about right.
But yeah, it was like my family was there one weekend. They left, and it was me and her, and then Tyler came up one day, her husband, my brother-in-law. And I should have said her ex-boyfriend. Because that funny joke. Anyways, I'm not gonna explain it. That ruins the joke. But it was just really fun to just spend a week. And they have a thing. It's a shack. I call it a shack. Just like it has a living room, kitchen, couple bedrooms, and then the shower works now, so we can take showers. No, it's stinky.
go.
But the lake, the river, the lake, not the river, is right there. So we'd go like paddleboarding and all that stuff. So it was really fun. It's cool to just chillax for a week. It's very peaceful.
That sounds pretty fun.
And I read
I like that.
almost all of the First Corinthians.
Let's go.
Yeah.
Let's go. Paul reading Paul.
Paul squared.
Paul squared. Right here in the flesh. Um
In the flesh. So you sound like Jesus.
Let's see. Man, I've got a lot of good vacation memories, but I think the most notable one for me was for shoot. So for my senior year, I think. My dad and I went to Louisiana.
Ooh.
Because my mom got tickets for him and I to go see Jim Caviezel talk. Jim Caviezel, he's the Jesus in the Passion.
Oh,
The
he
Passion of
plays
Christ.
John in Person of Interest.
Person of
Yeah,
Interest,
I know
yeah.
what you're talking about.
And I love that guy. He's such an amazing Catholic and super inspiring.
Sound of Freedom.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
good.
So yeah, we took this trip down, and we stopped at places along the way. We got some really good barbecue think in Mississippi, and
Mm-hmm.
oh,
It's a
it was
place to
so
get it.
yeah, it was so good. It was just like this like kind of smallish place just in the
Those are
middle
the
of a
best.
town. It's
Small
so
pop-up
freaking good.
shops are the best spots to get
Yeah,
food.
got like a full rack of ribs. So good. Um, and then we went to Louisiana. We also did charter fishing there too.
Ooh. Did you see any gators?
No,
Oh.
unfortunately.
You wanted to see a
I
gator?
did, I
What
did.
is wrong with you? Those things are
What?
little mini terrors. Not mini, they're huge. They're huge terrors. They're terrifying.
Dude, I'd wrestle an alligator. I'd
You better
I'd
hope
win.
St.
I'd
Michael's
win.
right there. You better hope
um
St. Michael's got a sword next to you.
um so yeah, we did the charter fishing. That was really fun. Did that for a couple hours and then just had really good they have really good food and Cajun food in
Oh, yeah, I've
Louisiana.
heard, yeah.
Oh, it's so good.
Do they have good French food? Because Louisiana
Yeah.
used to be
Yeah, they
French.
do.
Okay,
hmm
cool.
I had like uh oh, what was it?
I
Shoot,
don't know.
I can't think of it
What
now.
was it?
Never mind. I'm gonna go back on
Beignets?
back on
Was
that
it
thought.
beignets?
No.
Sir.
God, I can't forget. I can't remember what it was. But yeah, super cool. And actually Louisiana, super Catholic population there.
Yes.
Mm.
You know who else is from Louisiana?
Who?
Lil Wayne. Shout out to my homeboy Lil Wayne.
Lots of shout outs going around.
Lots of shout outs.
So yeah, I think that was my top
Sweet.
vacation.
Well, that was pretty baller. That was a great episode. That was
That was
fun.
fun.
That was
Yeah.
very high energy. I hope you guys enjoyed me slapping the table a million times, and I hope it picked up all of that on the audio. The audio gets a little spotty, but
Paul needs to have more caffeine more often.
yeah, that's a horrible idea. That may be caffeine addict. Give me more caffeine. Must need more caffeine to function.
Should turn into Charles.
Charles who? From
New
Newman?
here. Yeah.
Oh, he's addicted to caffeine.
Dude, that dude has
Sorry.
caffeine like all the time.
The mic was just like in my
Crazy.
mouth. Well, thank you guys for listening. Don't forget to check out our socials. I'm gonna try to remember to put them in the description below. Have a great week. Halfway through Lent. Stay motivated. If you've broken your Lent, finish it off.
It's okay.
Tom, end us off with saying,
Christ is king.
boom. Have a good week.